I thought I'd show you the paperwork that we get through in the post in the week preceding an election. So this arrived this morning, although we had some papers in the letterbox, I think, the other day. So there's several pieces of paper which I'll just briefly go through. I've read this one. I've translated it. I'm going to have to translate them all, so I'm having to look them up online and translate them. And it looks good, but in the UK, this sort of symbol would be quite worrying. Hammer and sickle. It's very, it look. I mean, I think, and it's a very left wing party. But I haven't looked at all the others, so I've just done that one. So I'm just going to go through and show you. There's 1, 2, 3. These are our local candidates, I think. 4, 5. If we voted this way, it would just mean that everything would stay as it is, and there wouldn't be anybody in opposition to Macron, which is, I think, what's needed is some opposition. 6. I suppose that is similar to the Green Party, maybe. I've not looked yet. 7, 8, also green, I think. I'm not spitting on it, but almost. 9, 10, 11. I might have miscounted. And then we get these pieces of paper so that when you've chosen who you're going to vote for, this is what you would get. You'll get piles of these in the mairie where you go, in the polling office where you vote. So you'd get a pile of these, and you go in and take 2. And then you use one, you fold one and put it in the envelope, and you either hang on to the other in your pocket or you drop it in the bin. The idea is that nobody can see who you're voting for because you took 2 and they don't know which way you're going. So I didn't do it for the general election because I knew which way, I knew what I was doing, but these are all, there's a different name on there. See, that's why if I were, I'd have to make my choice and then take one of these with me so I know which one I'm choosing. So that's what we get. And as I say, I'm just going to have to start reading through them now and working out what to do. I think it was easier before. It's not easy because it's not how I learn over how many years, 40, 45 years. It's not how I learn voting and how I understood voting to be. And there weren't as many candidates, or you perhaps knew your local candidate, whereas here none of this is familiar to me. We weren't able to vote in the previous years because we weren't French. There's some local people on here. So I'm gonna have to get my head down and make sense of it all. Hope I'll make the right decision. Do I burn this one now? Or is that giving it away a bit, the way I'm going to vote? I don't know. There we go. I was reading the comments on my last night's vlog, yesterday's vlog that took forever to upload. This is on my phone. Reading the comments on there, and there's a comment from someone whose name I can't remember now because I haven't looked again for several hours, and I don't understand. I don't understand the comment. It looks like an insult, but I don't understand it. I'm thinking, not really sure what that's about, and I'm not answering because I need to understand it to make an answer. Someone else sort of said, does my sister-in-law and her son look at? I very much doubt that they look at YouTube. I know my sister-in-law is not very computer literate, and I suspect that her son is way too busy with his job and bringing up a new baby, a 4-month-old baby, to be looking at YouTube. I'd be very surprised if they see it. If he saw it, then I think, well, I'm speaking the truth and I'm speaking about the reality. And sometimes I think people are offended when I say something that I believe to be truthful. It might not be your truth, but they're offended when I point out something that to me is obvious, and they get quite upset about that. And I'm not going to be an apologist. I'm not going to apologise, but I am a realist. I am a pragmatist, and I will say what's real. I won't beat around the bush, as you know. I won't flim flam. I like that word. So yeah. So I do get comments now and again that I don't understand, and I think, is it me or is it them? Don't know. But yes, I am a pragmatist. I can remember years ago when I was working in the estate agents back in the 90s, when everything was going really, really badly for that financial services industry. I'm not sure if it was way, way before Fannie and Mae. But the financial services industry was really struggling. Mortgages were going up. Mortgages were massive interest rates. And the estate agents I was working in was gradually, eventually went into liquidation. I remember going to see one of the bosses. I can't remember what level he was at, but he was 2 or 3 levels above me. Remember going to see him, because he was obviously doing pep talks for people and flim-flamming them probably. And I remember sitting there saying, look, Christian, I know, Crispin, I know what's happening. I know that I'm going to lose my job. It's fine. You don't have to beat around the bush. And he said, that's a problem with you, isn't it? You're just too real. You're just too down to earth. And he meant it as a compliment, not as a criticism. I think what happens when I do these vlogs is that they're not scripted, they are spontaneous. I am what I am, and sometimes I'm also human and get things wrong. I get things asked about face. My views might not fit with your views, but as I've said before, it's my vlog. It's what I want to do, and you don't have to watch. So anyway, gonna go and look through I don't really want to look through them. I don't really want to. I sort of try and work out from some of the words whether they're really going to be worth me reading, whether they're going to be sitting with my slightly left of centre political view. That's probably the easiest way to do it, rather than to read all of what they have to say. And like all politicians, they all say the right thing for their manifesto. It's whether they're going to actually do anything about it, whether they're actually going to walk the walk after they've talked the talk. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gone now.